Thank you for watching this installation video. We will explain which parts we supply and the recommended tools. So we have a skid plate, we have a large bracket, then we have the hardware we will supply, 4 M8 by 25 millimeter hex head bolts plus washers. We also supply 2 M8 by 20 millimeter hex head bolts plus washers, and 4 M8 by 15 millimeter countersunk Allen bolts right there for the bracket. Tools: ratchet plus a screwdriver with optional bits, 5 millimeter Allen socket or key, various length extensions, and the 10 millimeter hex socket. The following only applies if you want to mount our skid plate on the OEM lower crash bars. So we'll supply a bracket. Then we will also supply 2 M6 by 35 millimeter long hex head bolts plus washers plus nylock nuts. Then we'll also supply 2 M8 by 20 millimeter long hex head bolts plus washers. Tools: ratchet plus screwdriver for various bits. In our case, for a 10 millimeter hex socket, you can also use wrench or spanner. We will start by removing the foot peg. There are a bunch of different tools you can use for this application listed here. We'll start with a long nose plier, remove the pin. We recommend that you put on safety goggles and thick gloves. Remove it, keep the spring in place because it can actually pop out, hence the goggles. Then you got to remove the foot peg bracket, like so. Keep the bracket in place, we'll use it again. Now put on the skid plate bracket, grab the bolts, do apply some blue medium strength Loctite. You can hand thread the bolt in or bolts just a few turns, or you can use the tool that we are showing in the video. Repeat the same steps on the other side of the bike. And then you can mount the skid plate. Prepare the countersunk Allen bolts. Again, apply some blue Loctite on all 4 bolts. Hand thread them in. And then you can turn it with the Allen key a couple of times, but no more than 2-3 times max. You got to leave them nice and loose. In case it feels tight, you got to back out some of the bolts. Then we can hang the front end, grab the supplied bolts, again use blue Loctite, hand thread those bolts in, turn them a few times, and now you can start gradually tighten each bolt. Just pull them snug one by one and then start all over again. And then the next round, you can pull all bolts nice and tight. Third round is applying the torque specs, which you can see displayed on the screen. Should you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us, info@outbackmotortech.com, or call toll-free 877-931-3636. There's one final tip on how to reinsert the spring safely. Grab a cable tie and compress the spring. Put it in place, push the pin through. The pin is back in safely now with the little clip inserted, and now we can cut the cable tie. You can repeat the same on the other side. Thank you for watching.